Thank you for purchasing your Lucky Dog Boxed Kennel. This informational video is designed to guide you through the assembly process with maximum ease. Let's begin. Separate and compare all parts A through K. Since you purchased the YardGuard dog kennel, which includes a kennel cover, parts L through O will also need to be separated. It is important to separate the different pieces before beginning because several pieces are similar and can easily be confused. The only tools required to put the kennel together are a No. 2 Phillips screwdriver and a pair of pliers. Choosing your kennel location is very important to the well-being and safety of your pet. The site should be flat and clear of foreign objects and should be protected from the sun and other weather elements that may be harmful to your pet. Begin by laying the pre-assembled gate mesh side down. The gate is pre-hung on the gate stand and is constructed to allow the upper and lower end rails to slide through the receiver tubes at the top and bottom. Loosen the set screws on the receiver tubes and slide the end rails through. Do not tighten these set screws. They are the only ones that will need to be loose in a later step in order to adjust the gate assembly. All American Kennel Club and Lucky Dog kennels feature a 1-inch extension on the bottom side of each stand. This allows the kennel to sit above the ground surface for easing cleaning and airflow to lessen the potential for bacterial buildup. Make sure all extensions are on the bottom. Attach the corner stand with rod clips to the upper and lower end rails you just installed. Then tighten the set screws to secure the end rails to the corner. Use caution not to over-tighten, as it may damage the welded nut. Make sure the 1-inch extension on each stand is on the bottom. Attach the opposite corner stand to the other end of the end rails and tighten the set screws. Now install the bottom 2 side rails into the bottom receiver tubes of the corner stands you just installed. Don't forget to loosen the set screws on the corner stands to slide in the side rails. Tighten all set screws with a screwdriver. When finished, carefully stand the entire gate side of the kennel upright. Install the top 2 side rails into the top receiver tubes and tighten set screws. Next, you will install the center stands on each side of the kennel, making sure to place the side with the 1-inch extension on the bottom. Continue by installing the upper and lower side rails using the center stands until you have completed the full length of your kennel. Now install your remaining 2 corner stands and 2 remaining upper and lower end rails. Install the lockable fork latch on the latch side of the gate. Tighten bolts until latch is firmly attached to gate frame. Pull the gate frame toward the corner stand until the proper distance between corner stand and gate frame, approximately 2 inches, is achieved. Make sure latch opens and closes easily. Tighten the final set of screws on the gate stand. For ease of shipping, the roll of Chainlink mesh is folded versus rolled. The recommended handling of this mesh is to unfold it onto a flat surface, checking along the top and bottom for pickets that may have come unhooked from each other or that need to be twisted back into place. If you are experiencing difficulty with pickets, refer to the troubleshooting video on this DVD. After checking for rampant pickets, roll the chain link back up in the manner you would roll up a carpet. This will ensure ease of handling when proceeding with the final installation steps. Stand the roll of chain link next to the corner stand with rod clips and insert a round tension rod into the end of the mesh and hook the rod into the rod clips. If you are experiencing difficulty with attaching the chain link mesh to the gate frame, refer to the troubleshooting video on this DVD. Attach the chain link to the upper side rail using a steel wire tie to ensure the mesh stays at proper height. Unroll the chain link mesh around the outside of the kennel frame. Again, check for any pickets that may have come unhooked from each other or that need to be twisted back into place. Out-of-place pickets can prevent the chain link mesh from achieving its intended length. If you are having trouble pulling the mesh to the final rod clips, recheck the length of the mesh for any twisted pickets. Using a steel wire tie, pull the mesh tight at each corner and center stand to secure the top and bottom of the mesh to the top and bottom rails. This will keep the mesh from sliding back and becoming loose. If you are having trouble attaching the chain link mesh with the steel wire ties, refer to the troubleshooting video on this DVD. The chain link mesh is pre-cut to easily fit the kennel's height. However, the exact mesh length is not always possible. Therefore, one or more chain link pickets may need to be removed to ensure proper tension on the mesh. If pickets need to be removed, straighten out as many pickets as necessary at top and bottom and twist out the picket until proper length is achieved. If you remove too many pickets, it is very easy to reattach them to the chain link mesh. If you are having problems with removing the pickets, refer to the troubleshooting video on this DVD. Once you have wound the chain link mesh around the entire kennel frame, install the final round tension rod into the rod clips on the hinge side of the gate. Using the remaining steel wire ties, begin tying the mesh securely to all top and bottom rails. Make sure the tail end of the steel wire ties is always pointing outside the frame to ensure your pet does not come into contact with it. The bottom wire ties should be approximately 12 inches apart, and the top ties approximately 18 inches apart. Insert A-frame gable supports into top of corner stands and center stands. Slide ends of tubing down as far as possible. Install the two-way end clamps at the center of each A-frame gable support that rests on corner stands. If installing on a 10-foot or 15-foot long kennel, install the three-way center clamp at the center of A-frame gable supports that rests on center stands. Install the center ridge pole into the clamps between the A-frame gable supports and tighten. Unfold the kennel cover material and drape over kennel cover frame. Secure with the elastic tie-downs. Avoid overstretching the tie-downs as it could cause damage to grommets. Pets are very comfortable in the safety enclosure, however we suggest that there be a brief introduction period to acclimate your pet. Place him or her in the kennel for short periods of time throughout the day, while you are able to observe their behavior. If your pet begins to show signs of discomfort or nervousness, such as barking or whining, administer verbal correction from a distance. As the training continues, gradually increase the duration of stays inside the kennel until your pet has become completely comfortable with their new surroundings. Providing playthings for your pet will also comfort them. Also, ensure that clean and adequate water and food is available at all times. Remember, verbal and physical affection will help your pet be completely satisfied with their new, safe enclosure.